Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sunday Cycles for Baxter's Bike. Today we have a vlog of the infamous River Loop here in Perth, Western Australia. I'm located in Bicton, so it's a very quick pedal to get onto the route, and I joined here at the Point Walter Descent, and as you can see, where I get stuck briefly behind this ute that decided to overtake me about 100 metres ago. As we come down the hill, firstly, how good is this footage from my brand new Insta360? This isn't a paid advertisement or sponsorship, although Insta360, if you're watching this, I would love to join forces. Anyway, with that being said, also have a look at my custom cycling jersey I designed. The number, 27, is my playing number for cricket, and then we also have two charities that I'm an ambassador for, the Cooper Rice Braiding Foundation and the High Impact Athletes Organisation. There's a bit more on the back, but we'll get to that later. Okay, here we have a quick little chicane, making me feel like an F1 driver, although probably looks more like a Tortoise on their Sunday stroll. Something that I have loved about the cycling community is how friendly everyone is, with a wave or a nod of acknowledgement as you pass someone.
How are you?
Anyway, as you can see here, we have a beautiful Swan River on my left and great cycling infrastructure away from the traffic to keep the angry motorists at bay and the cyclists safe. Okay, I'll leave you here for a bit and we will join back shortly. Okay, here we are again. I love this part of the ride. As you go around this corner and are greeted with a beautifully elevated view of the river, but with elevation brings a descent, and wow, I'm happy to go down this hill. Quick nod to the tradies and down we go. We're out of the saddle and over the bridge, ready for a nice flat segment. Okay, we have a change of angle. For those of you that watched the unboxing video for the Insta360, you know that I bought myself two different bike mounts. This one here is a bike tail mount, which gets you this awesome view. I'll need to play around with it a little bit to be able to get it slightly higher. However, for the first use, I'm pretty happy with the footage. The other mount that I use throughout the entirety of this video is a computer mount even, which gives you great ease of use. As discussed earlier as well, the rear side of this jersey contains the teams that I've played professional cricket for. On the left, New South Wales, the middle, WA, and on the right, the Sydney Thunder, with my playing numbers of each team below them. On the top collar, there's also my individual logo of my business. But We'll get to that again, hopefully in another video. As we continue here on the path along the Kwinana Freeway, which in fact recording a PR along the Strava segment, lovely riding with the beautiful scenery of the river, but also the city skyline approaching as well. As we go over the bridge and loop around, we're past the halfway mark. How good, and headed back. However, still a while to go. There is a guy in front who overtook me before that I'm trying to catch up with. However, I later figured out that I was no chance and let him pedal off into the distance. As you can see, the famous tourist destination of the Crawley Edge Boat Shed, also referred to as the Blue Boat Shed. Yep, I know, groundbreaking name. Anyway, it was built in the 1930s and since the 1940s has been owned by the Natras family, who paid a whopping £5 for the original structure. Confirming its landmark status in 2001, it's now a pivotal stop for tour buses and tourist groups in Perth to get their photos with the Blue Boathouse. Anyway, history lesson finished and we're back going down the train tracks as we come through Cottesloe and the beautiful scenery of the edge of the country, looking out into nothing but the beautiful ocean. Anyway, I'll leave you here to truly take it in and we will be back later for more. After going over the bridge and now being on the right side of the river again, we take the turn and are pretty much on the home stretch. Riding along again, believe it or not, the river, had a fellow cyclist still on my back tyre, treating himself to my slipstream that he had been enjoying since the train tracks about 15k ago. We're up the last major hill here, where you see me out of the saddle and making sure I don't have to walk up the hill. And there we have it, River Loop complete, and thank you for those that are still watching. If you like this video, well, like every other YouTuber out there, if you wouldn't mind, like, comment and subscribe. But you know what, you do whatever you want. But if you want to see more content and more bike rides, let me know in the comments and I'll see what I can do. Until then, I look forward to next time. Cheers for now.